Hello food lovers from around the world, welcome to today's recipe, which will be Ajvar. Ajvar is a roasted pepper spread very popular in the Balkan countries but originated in Serbia or North Macedonia. It's usually made in the fall in big quantities, canned and enjoyed throughout the year. And that's exactly what we're going to do too. We begin by grilling the eggplants, which will take the longest to be ready. The best way to grill them is over charcoal, as this will give them the traditional smoky flavor that will make a difference in the end. It was a stormy day when I started the process and wanted to share with you my view at the moment. I love rainy days and even more grilling on those days. I discovered this Ajvar on one of our trips to Serbia, where every restaurant would bring it to you in the beginning before the food came. They would bring a little Ajvar with some bread, and I felt it's one of the most amazing things that I tried for an appetizer over there. So as soon as we got home, I wanted to try and make it myself. Back to our grill now. We want the eggplants to be charred, soft, and their skins to turn black, like this. If you guys like my videos and feel like I'm doing a good job, take a moment now to like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Tell me if you've ever tried this spread before or if you'd like to make it yourself one day. When they are done, we put them in a bowl and cover it with another bowl or a lid to steam the eggplants. This way their skins will come out easier later on. Time for the peppers. Now traditionally only red peppers are used for this, the long type called Ajvarski. I used peppers from my garden, and because I didn't have enough of just red ones, I used a few yellow and green too. If you want your Ajvar to be a little hot, you can use a few spicy ones as well. We want the same thing for the peppers, charred black skins all around. When they are done, it's time for peeling. The skins should just slip off easily if they were well grilled. Next step is removing their stems and seeds. Although I am Romanian, this spread is not very popular back home, and we're neighbors with Serbia, so I'm not sure why. We do have something similar called zakuska, but ours uses a lot more vegetables than this, and the taste is a little bit different too. After I finished the peppers, I moved in the house as soon I would have needed a boat to stay outside. It was just pouring down. I peeled the eggplants too and allowed them to drain in a colander until I finished all of them. I had a lot of eggplants, but I didn't use all of them for the Ajvar. We need to use more peppers and just a few eggplants. The rest of them I froze for making baba ganoush or Romanian eggplant salad. They freeze really well in a Ziploc bag. Now we need to blend the peppers in the food processor until they are a little chunky. We don't want a fine paste. Just like this. We will cook them further on the stove, so in a big pot we put some sunflower oil. Now the peppers. Meanwhile, we also process the eggplants until smooth. Then we add them to the pot. We mix well, season with salt, pepper, and some sugar. You will find all the measurements in the description box below, although it's a matter of taste how salty or sweet you want it. We also add some white vinegar. This will give it some acidity. And minced garlic. We mix everything again and cook over low heat, stirring from time to time for about 40 to 45 minutes until it thickens further. While that's cooking, we need to heat our jars. For this, we'll put them in a cold oven and turn it on to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. When the oven reaches the temperature, turn it off and allow them to stay inside until ready to fill. The ajvar looks good and it has cooked down. I'm also heating the lids in hot water and preparing the water bath canner. I was a little optimistic and brought too many jars, but I only had enough for 5 of them this time. Leave an inch of space at the top of each jar. Because it is so thick, there will be bubbles trapped somewhere inside, so we need to remove them with this handy tool. Next, we wipe the rims with a paper towel. If there is something left on them, they might not seal properly. We put the lids on, finger tighten them, and then we put them in the hot water. Make sure that the water is as hot as the jars so they won't break. Lower them in, make sure they're covered with water, and put the lid on. When the water starts actively boiling, we put a timer for 45 minutes. Time is up, so we remove the jar on a cooling rack and allow them to sit undisturbed overnight. And that's it. Now you can just label them and store in your pantry until ready to eat. I was glad I had some that didn't fit in the jars because I could enjoy it right away on a crunchy piece of sourdough toast. It's just so good, smooth but a little chunky, smoky, a little sweet and a little sour too. I can't even begin to describe its taste. You have to try it yourself and see how good it is. Thanks for stopping by today. I'll see you next time. Bye.